What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am back at the world famous VoltedAdventures testing grounds, and you know what that means. It's review time. Big shout out goes out to Meelod for reaching out to me and asking me to review one of their e-bikes. This is the DK300MAX model. This bike is a Super 73 killer in my opinion. In this review, I'll be going over the specs. I'm going to do a speed test, going to do a brake test. I'm going to ride around and talk about the riding experience and exactly why I think this is a Super 73 killer. And we're also going to take it on a little mini off-road adventure. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. Let's get started with the specs. Alright, so what we got here is the Meelod DK300MAX electric bike. It features dual 750 watt, 1200 watt peak hub motors, one in the rear, one in the front, coupled with dual 48 volts, 20 amp hour batteries. That is 40 amp hours total, which is insane. Meelod claims that this should give you a range of up to 75 miles on throttle only, and about 150 miles in pedal assist, depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have hydraulic brakes front and rear, 20-inch by 4-inch CST Scout fat tires. This bike also has a fully adjustable front fork, as well as a beefy adjustable rear shock. We have a Shimano 7-speed with the Shimano derailleur. Up in the front we have a beautiful looking headlight with low beam and high beam, turn signals, as well as an active brake light and turn signals in the back. This is amazing. We also have a single seat, which is kind of small but fairly comfortable. The total weight of this bike is 136 pounds with the max load of 450 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have our thumb throttle, our rear brake, and our Shimano gear changer. And on the left side we have a color display with the on-off button and mode selectors, our front brake, our headlight switch, turn signals, and a horn. Now this is pretty much it for the specs. Now as far as the price is typically $15.99, but if I'm not mistaken, during Black Friday it's going to be $100 off, $14.99. Now as far as value for money and all that stuff, I'm going to talk about all of that while we're riding. But now let's go ahead with the speed test. But before that, I want to show you the starting procedure. There are two batteries, so you have to turn them on. Hopefully you guys can see that well. I'm going to turn both of them on. Unfortunately, they're on different sides. This one is already on. Alright, and once you're on the bike, pretty easy process. You just have to hold down the power button for a second or two and it will turn on the bike. Now there is an option to have a passcode when you turn the bike on that you have to enter, so just for safety I turned mine off, so when I turn the bike on it's ready to go right away. There are 5 pedal assist modes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and there are 3 different modes with the motor. Since this is a dual motor bike, if you look at the screen you can see that the rear wheel is illuminated. If I press the power button again, it will illuminate both wheels, so I'm on both motors right now, and pressing it again goes to front wheel drive. Now for the sake of saving time, I'm not going to go through the speeds do change. I'm not going to go through all of the speeds and all of the modes. It's just going to take forever, so I'm going to run this test in dual motor mode. Now the throttle does not correlate to the pedal assist modes. The throttle will always give you the top speed no matter what mode you're in. Some people like it and some people don't. I think it's kind of cool when you are in a lower mode but you need that extra boost. You don't have to switch modes. It's kind of cool. Who is this guy and how did he get permission? Too many people using my track. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the speed test. I'm going to go pedal assist mode 1, and for this test I'm going to have to use pedals only. Now it kicks in pretty fast, so about a half a revolution or so of the pedals and it will start running the motor. Okay, so speed mode 1 looks like we're at around 19.5 miles an hour. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's switch to mode 2. Looks like around 24. I saw 23.9. We'll call it 24 miles an hour. All right, let's try pedal assist mode 3 and see what kind of speed we're getting. Hopefully I have enough room. This bike has a ton of torque, especially when you're running both motors at once. It's super torquey. And looks like we're at 28 miles an hour on pedal assist mode 3. That is awesome. All right, let's try pedal assist mode 4. Now, if you guys follow my channel and my reviews, you know that on these e-bikes and scooters, if you pass 25 miles an hour and you go faster, you pass that mark, it absolutely feels like you're flying. So being able to hit 28 in pedal assist mode 3 was crazy. And here we are at 32 miles an hour on pedal assist mode 4. Absolutely insane. I keep on running out of room, but here, let's try pedal assist mode 5 and hopefully I don't run out of room. I wish this road was a bit longer. $33, $34, $35. Ooh, 35.9. We'll call that 36 miles an hour. Absolutely insane. Insane that this can do this. Oh my god. So now I'm still in both in dual motor mode, and look at this. It just takes off, especially from like a standstill. Look at this. The front wheel just spins crazy. This bike is absolutely insane. All right, and that was the speed test. I am super impressed with that. Now, oh my god, let's try our brake test. There's a little bush coming up on the right. I'm gonna hit both brakes in 3, 2, 1. Whew, wow, that took a while, but we were flying. Oh my god, you can see that skid mark that I just left. Let me see, estimated 35 feet or so. Yeah, estimated 35. Oh my god, it's got so much torque. Let's try running that again for science sake. Keep in mind that I was going super fast when I'm hitting the brakes, so if you look at past brake tests I've done, you know, I hit the brakes at like 20, 23 miles an hour. We're flying now. Give it one more chance in 3, 2, 1. I think same exact result, actually. Okay, so we're looking at a rough estimate of 35 to 40 feet of stopping distance. Man, this thing is absolutely crazy. All right, and that was the brake test. Now, riding experience, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. It's got so much torque, so much speed. It's kind of low to the ground, so I don't know how to explain it. It's not exactly like a BMX bike. It's like, it's like a hybrid of a bunch of things. And I mean, look at this thing. First of all, this bike is absolutely beautiful. It's got, in my opinion, like a 10%, 15% BMX, 10%, 15% cafe style racer, 10%, 15% moped style, 10% e-bike look. I mean, to be completely honest with you guys, this is one of the most beautiful e-bikes I've ever reviewed. I've reviewed some nice e-bikes. This is by far the nicest looking one. And the power is like absolutely crazy. This thing just wants to spin its tires. As far as maneuverability and stuff, it's very maneuverable, and like I said, you feel low to the ground. I like it. The sitting position is very comfortable. As far as the seat itself, it's fairly comfortable. It is on the smaller side of seats, but I think that kind of is what the style of this bike is. It's not really meant to be a bike where you carry other people. Like I said, it's got that 10%, 15% cafe racer look to it. As far as the actual seat itself, it will break in with time and will just get better and better. Same thing, by the way, with those hydraulic brakes. These are brand new brakes. As soon as they bed themselves in, they will perform better and better, just so keep that in mind. But yeah, overall, riding this thing is super fun. Now, as far as the suspension, if you guys can see, it's super soft. It is adjustable, of course, so you can stiffen it up if you want to. The rear shock is nice. It is there. It is an air shock, so it could be adjusted as well. I like the setting that it's on out of the box. I think it's pretty good. The actual tires on this thing are super grippy. They categorize them on the website as snow tires. I don't really know what that means. I mean, they're not really off-road per se. They called it snow tires on the website. To me, they're just super grippy tires. I really like them. Now, let's talk about why I think this is a Super 73 killer, why I named this video like that. It's plain and simple. I think this bike looks better than Super 73. It is in the same category as a Super 73 in that moped style e-bike. Now, as far as performance, it's got better performance than the Super 73s as well. Now, Super 73 on the low end, you're talking about $3,000. Okay, I'm not talking about their kids bike. They have a kid bike that's like $500. I'm talking about an adult version of their bikes. The lower end models are starting at around $3,000, and that is the low end. If you're talking about their nicer end models, you're getting close to $4,000. And when I looked at the specs, this thing just beats it out of the water. It's got better suspension. It's got dual motors. They only have one motor. This has dual batteries, where most of their bikes come with one, and some of their batteries are 48 volts 15 amp hour. These are dual 48 volts 20 amp hour. Now, yes, they do sell a 20 amp hour model, but then your price is, you're getting close to that $4,000 mark. As far as speed, some of the lower end Super 73 models are like 28 miles an hour max. Some of their models show 28 plus. I don't really know. What does that mean? 28 plus. 28 plus what? Plus 1? Plus 2? What's the top speed? So they don't really specify it. With this, you saw we hit like 35, 36 miles an hour out of the box. That's absolutely crazy. And the fact that you got these two motors, which we're going to test shortly right here in this off-road section, that should come in handy with these uphills, that is insane. So you're talking pretty much twice the performance for half the price, which is pretty crazy. Literally twice the performance for half the price. This thing is $15.99. Again, you might catch this on the Black Friday sale for $14.99 compared to $3,000 on the lower end models. Insane. So in my opinion, this is a Super 73 killer. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with our off-road test over here. I just want to show you one thing real quick. Look at this. If I switch this to front wheel drive, this thing is insane. You ready? See that? It's just ready to go. Absolutely crazy. This bike is insane. Okay, we'll switch it to dual motors, and it's still spinning the tires. That's absolutely crazy. Now, I always say this trail is deceiving. Oh my god, I'm just flying through here. It's super deceiving. It's bumpy. It might look smooth on camera, but this trail is super bumpy, ups and downs. But oh my god, the suspension here is working phenomenal. And we got our first obstacle in this form of a hill up here, which, oh my god, not a problem. Just eats it up. You might hear it on my voice how bumpy this track is, but this is actually killing it. Oh my god, I'm so impressed. That suspension here is doing wonders. It's crazy. Lock up the rear, beautiful, good brakes. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, guys. This is literally the best performing e-bike I've ever tested on this track by far. For an e-bike, it just absolutely destroyed this trail. Alright, I want to see how did the headset hold up and things like that. Everything is cool. Nothing is creaking. Tires, even though these are not really off-road tires, tires still good. Tires still good. Oh my god, absolutely amazing. I'm blown away by the performance of this bike, guys. Literally one of the best e-bikes I've ever tested over here. As far as top speed, definitely the fastest top speed I've ever had on any e-bike I reviewed. The smoothest ride on this little mini off-road trail that I have over here. Just nailed it. Absolutely insane. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm literally speechless. And I'm trying to think of bad things to say. I don't really have anything. I mean, I guess I could be extra whiny and say about the thumb throttle. Let's just say, you know, if it had a half twist or a full twist, this would be even crazier. But such a small minor detail. And maybe the seat, if the seat was a little longer. But again, this is just me trying to find something bad about this bike. It's crazy. This is crazy. This is a crazy bike. Now, as far as value for money, let's talk value for money. I think I pretty much made the case that the value for money is there. You're getting dual motors, dual batteries, front suspension that's adjustable, that's nicer than most e-bikes, crazy beefy rear shock that actually works, hydraulic brakes, beautiful headlight, turn signals, active brake light, color display. This is like a dream. I don't know what else to say. The bike itself, in my opinion, is absolutely beautiful. This is obviously a personal thing and a personal taste. To me, this bike is absolutely beautiful. So is value for money there? Absolutely. Absolutely. With the specs that this thing has, absolutely. I mean, typically, for me, a selling point would be like top speed, good suspension, large battery, things like that. This has it all. It's got insane top speed, dual batteries, which will give you an insane range. It looks beautiful. I don't know what else to say. I definitely think the value for money is there, and I highly, highly recommend this e-bike. You would absolutely love this thing. I will have a link in the description if you guys are interested in checking this bike out. Trust me, you will not regret it. But I think I covered pretty much everything, guys. If there's anything else you want to know, drop a comment and I will do my best to answer it. But that's pretty much it. My name is Tom. This has been the Meelod DK300MAX. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.